Hello, fish family and friends. I'm back again. I have moved into my new house, but I still have some things in storage that I need to get out. So I haven't set up my fish room yet, but I will as soon as I can. Meanwhile, I thought I'd just show you some old retro tanks that I had. This was one of my absolute favorite tanks, and it lasted for a long time. This is a top fin 29-gallon black seal tank. I absolutely love the black seal, which is the black silicone you can see on the edge here. I think it gives it such a nice look since the trim is black and a lot of the aquarium equipment is black. I think it gives it a nice look. Most of the time it was open top. Right here I have it with a glass top on it that has a hinge, which makes it easy to remove and feed the fish and everything. But the reason I have the top there is because I just had a small light on top to highlight the tank. I didn't have the separate floor lamps that I got later. And this was a Magnum, the Marineland Magnum H.O.T hang-on tank filter. I believe it filtered 220 or 230 gallons per hour. And that was a real power horse of a filter that I wish they still made. The only problem with it for me was it wasn't big enough. I wish they had made that in a much bigger size, even if it had to stand on the stand cabinet behind for support, because it really was a great filter. It was very versatile, and it moved a lot of water. And it was really great for dirty fish like cichlids and goldfish and Oscars. So they don't make it anymore, and I'm sad that they don't. I even contacted the company and told them how much I liked the filter and talked about some of the modifications I had made to the inside of the filter basket with different media, and what a great filter it was, and said I wish they'd make it again, but make it bigger. And they were not interested. They just wanted to come out with a new line of filters, so that's too bad. If you can find one and you still want to use it, they're great. But I also love this tank because it looked nice, backlit with these lights that I got from Home Depot. They were inexpensive lights. I believe at the time they were only about $15. And they have the tubular little blue aquarium lamps in it that they age to this beautiful turquoise color, which I really love. And at night it really had a beautiful blue glow to it. This was taken during the day. I wish I'd taken some more pictures of it at night, and I wish I'd taken an actual moving video of this tank too. But I moved shortly after this tank was set up, actually, and then I just started all over with something else. But this was a fun tank to do. A lot of people asked me why I had never done saltwater, and I was never interested in saltwater because, for one reason, I only lived down at the beach for a couple of years, and the rest of the time I lived inland, and it was harder to get the fish, and they were very expensive. And also, I found out that they tranquilize the fish around the coral reefs. They actually poison the water to stun the fish so that they can catch the fish. It makes it easier to catch the fish because it's a difficult job catching saltwater ocean fish when they're darting in and out of coral. So that's what they apparently have to do to catch them. And that's why when the fish first come in, they're laying on their side in the tanks in the stores and kind of floating around and looking very disoriented. And that's the reason why, is they've actually been poisoned. And that's probably one of the reasons for the high mortality of the reef fish coming in. So that kind of dampened the idea for me, for the hobby, the expense and the mortality rate, and also the fact that you can't just dump salt in your water when you do water changes. And back when they were doing the saltwater tanks, they were recommending a lot of water changes to keep the nitrate level down in the tanks. And this was a problem because you can't just dump the salt into the water of a tank. You have to mix it first in a bucket and then add it to the tank. And to me, that's an awful lot of trouble. You have to really, really want a saltwater tank to go through that. So instead of that, what I did for fun was I set up some aquariums. I think I had about 3 now that looked like a saltwater tank by the nature of the color of the sand that I used, or light gravel, and the color of the plants. And I used some artificial corals to make it look like a saltwater setup. And it was actually slightly brackish because I always had platies in these tanks because they were so bright. They looked, platies are so bright they look more like a saltwater fish than a lot of the tropical fishes do. So that was a lot of fun for me, and that was as close as I ever got to a saltwater tank. I do admire them, but I will probably never have one of my own. But I thought I would show you this while I'm waiting to get my fish room set up. I found a little 2-bedroom house in the state of Washington, in the central area, and there's access to a lot of good fish stores around here.